Hi Snooker fans, guys, both here for Dafasnooker.com. I'm with the magician himself, Shaun Murphy, after his 6-3 victory over Kyren Wilson in the Players' Championship first round. Shaun, how are you, pal?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, not great, as plenty's been said, but I'm happy to still be here. I came with no expectations at all. Haven't played at all since the Welsh Open. Didn't know what was going to happen, and actually ended up playing all right in the end. I was as surprised as everyone else.
Well, mate, that's what I thought. I was reading about the bad back, and then I flicked on the scores on the way out to London. 133 first hit. I'm thinking, oh, top man.
Yeah, it was weird actually. I was, as I say, I was very surprised. There was a lot of shots where I was in quite a lot of pain playing. There was no time where I was comfortable during the match. I've had a lot of physio treatment today. I've got more to come this week, and I'm just trying to make it a little bit better for my next game. But it's bad, and it's up to me to try and fix the problem and try and get ready for the world.
Absolutely, sure. I mean, it's been a stunning season for you this year. Super consistent, winning the Champions of Champions. Been in stunning forms. I mean, it's come as a bit of a hiccup, especially on top of this massive China event, plus the World Spell.
Yeah, it's come at a bad time, really. But of course, you just can't pick these things, can you? I think what it's made me realise is that, whilst I've searched on the table for improvements and where areas of, trying to be good and be a good pro, I think I need to look at areas off the table now in terms of my flexibility, stretching before matches, practicing, the amount of hours we spend playing snooker, that repetitive position, which is quite a peculiar thing to ask your body to do all the time. Snooker's someone who doesn't play snooker, you ask them to play for 6 hours, they'll have an achy back at the end of it.
Absolutely.
And I just haven't really looked into any of that. So I'm going to, when these events finish, I'm going to go home, rethink things and try and be a bit more professional away from the game.
I mean, over the last few years, there's been so much said about obviously people's physical condition and physical fitness with snooker now. I mean, what's your opinion on how much it helps your game, the more fitter you are? Because I mean, not being disrespectful to any of the players, you've got some players that are a little bit larger, but they're still successful and they don't seem to have a problem. So I'm not so sure, basically, how big it is really.
Yeah, I don't think there's a direct correlation between either the thinner you are or the fitter you are, the better snooker player you will be. I don't think that's a direct link. But I think it helps. Certainly in the longer events where you are asked to be on your feet, thinking, concentrating under stress, out there in the arena performing, you're hot, the TV lights, you're sweating, you're trying to make good decisions, stay focused. And if you're just a bit, either carrying excess weight or you're not fit or whatever, it doesn't help. It doesn't mean you can't win. It doesn't mean you can't be a winner. But I think if you can be as fit as possible, it certainly can't help. It certainly can't hurt.
Absolutely. Well, Shaun, tell us your opinions of the venue in this town of London. I mean, second year for me being here, pretty quiet, but seems pretty decent, pretty nice. Venue seems pretty nice in my opinion. What's your opinion of the venue and the crowd?
First time I came here was on a Premier League visit. We came here on a Thursday night. We came here, we rocked in from Manchester where I was living at the time, and loved it. It was a new venue. It's always nice to go to new venues. We play in some old venues that are a bit tatty, if we're being honest. This is a state-of-the-art arena, and the town of Llandudno is actually really nice. We're seeing it's very cold here this week. It's really cold. But when I used to live in Manchester, I used to come out for a run in the car down this way into Betsacoed, which is just down the road. That's an area of outstanding natural beauty. It's absolutely fantastic there. And you can come out here. It's really nice. The people are lovely. It was always deemed as a bit of a retirement place. So there's lots of people here who they're enjoying the latter years of their life. It's a very friendly, nice place to come. And on a nice day, you're right on the coast. It's beautiful, and sure the snooker will be pretty good here this week too.
Absolutely, Shaun. Well, you're definitely one of the firm favourites this week. But Shaun, just touching on family life for a bit. Just like to check in with you and all sorts, as we always do. But how is that lovely young man of yours and lovely wife of yours?
Yeah, they're both great, thank you. And you don't really know what it's about until your boy starts growing up, and he's really coming into himself now. He's bouncing around the house, 18 months, wrecking everything, wrecking our brains, keeping us up at night. But he gives you that little smile in the morning, and you forget about all of those things. I didn't realise how much of a death trap our house was.
Oh yeah, for
You
sure.
know, everything's had to be moved. We've had to, protect the house and baby-proof it and everything. But he seems to, if he thinks it's dangerous, he wants to play with it, So he doesn't want to play with his toys. He wants to play with the fire. He doesn't want to play the piano. He wants to slam the lid down. That's what he wants to do. He doesn't want to be on tinkling that he wants to slam things. He wants to be in the coal pit. He wants to do
mode.
that. And listen, I'm sure we were all the same at his age.
Well, at least the bags have gone down anyway. Because remember when we first spoke at the Worlds last year, the bags were like you had like ice cream bags underneath the eyes.
Yeah, well, I think that's only because I've had a few decent runs in tournaments. I've been away and had a few nights' sleep. It's not for anything else. But you listen, I'm very, very lucky that at home, I've got a superb wife who just deals with everything. And sure, I spend a lot of time on the road, but back home, she just makes sure everything's shipshape. I think I just get in the way when I go home.
Correct, Seamus, correct. Just want to ask you something, pal. Just touch on something else, pal. I mean, this season, as we said, has been a super consistent year for you. Is there anything different you've done this year? Because, I mean, I've seen you, not that we don't expect you to be in Business End of all tournament, because we know the top player that you are, but this year has been sensational for you, isn't it, really? It's so consistent this year.
Yeah.
What have you been doing differently this year than last?
I've done a few things differently, I sort of didn't really have an off period last year I played in a few charity golf days and did a few corporate events, but really I stayed playing, I stayed on the table, whereas historically I would have had a bit of time off, put the cue away. I didn't do that this year, and really again without rehashing old news and dredging up stuff, I can't thank Steve Feeney enough for the site right, because him showing me how that works I think's given me back an edge with my long game, and that's so when I'm going for those shots, I'm now back to getting more of them than I was missing. And a bit of correction there has changed my game completely. It's made me a lot more consistent, and I'm very, very thankful that when I gave him a call, he came and he was happy to help.
I mean, it's a really interesting point you're making about Steve Feeney, because I've heard like loads of different sides to about what he does, but I mean the success rate is there for all to see. If you look at a lot of the people that he's taken on board this year, like you said yourself, Mark Williams playing excellent form, even young Zhang Yong's come on so much as well. Tech champion phase play, it seems like a different player recently as well. So his methods obviously do work and have a great effect on a lot of you guys.
I think you can go as far back as you want with Steve. I think all the players he's worked with.
Got Rory to win a tournament.
Well, all the players he has worked with, I can't think of any of them that are now worse for having worked with Steve Feeney. I don't think anyone would say that Steve is a miracle worker. He isn't all things to all men. And there are coaches for every aspect of your game. Chris Henry is a coach that I've worked with and continue to work with very closely. But as far as sighting and alignment is concerned, Steve's the man, and I couldn't speak highly enough of him.
Absolutely, pal. Well, look, Sean, I'm going to let you go and relax and chill and enjoy the rest of your evening, Sean.
Thank you.
But really, really appreciate the time, and all the very best in the second round of Blaze Championship, pal.
Thanks very much.
Cheers, Sean.
Cheers.